Hi, welcome to this week's Sim Racing News Roundup, and we've got quite a few things to get through this week. So straight in, we have some RFactor 2 news, and that is that we're going to be getting Bahrain later on in the year. So Bahrain International is coming to RFactor 2 apparently on September the 17th, so still a little way off. We've got a few months to wait, but we are definitely getting Bahrain, which is good news. Any new track added as official content is good. Do not know at the present moment whether this will be free content or chargeable content. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But RFactor 2 and Bahrain on its way. We've then got Pure Rock Crawling has had a teeny tiny little hotfix put in, once again primarily around wheel support and tweaking that. So this is negative pedal dead zones are now fixed, and also an issue where the vehicle's wheels were becoming wonky after multiple tyre changes. So little one for Pure Rock Crawling there. And then onto the big news of the week, and I'm fairly certain this one will not have passed you by, but we have news that Forza Motorsport is coming in 2023. So it's what, 5 years since we've had a Forza Motorsport release, and Turn 10 are making some very big claims about it. The video which they've put out and all of the info on the website I'll link to down below is primarily a visual showcase, but basically they are saying that the all-new Forza Motorsport, it's not going to be Forza Motorsport 8, it's being rebooted, will be the most technically advanced racing game ever made. Now, we don't know whether that's in terms of visuals, physics, etc., but one of the claims they are making is that the physics will be 48 times, I think was the number they pulled out, 48 times more in-depth or more improved. Right, there we go, I found the quote. This includes a 48 times improvement in the fidelity of our physics simulation. So, if it is, are we seeing a reboot of Forza Motorsport as a more hardcore sim? Moving it away from the likes of Gran Turismo and more towards the, the more in-depth fidelity simulation end of the market. It's not necessarily a bad move for Turn 10 and Microsoft if they go in that direction, because one thing to consider is the more accessible end of the market, they hoover up massively with Horizon now. Horizon just is all conquering in that regard. So moving Motorsport more in a pure sim direction might be a smart thing for Turn 10 and Microsoft to do. We're going to need to see more before we jump to any conclusions around that. But the trailer looked good, the physics in it looked good, but it's easy to be fooled by that. We've got, as I say, gameplay demo, video, and we've also got a small car list as a starting tweak on that. So expect to see a lot more coming around Forza Motorsport in the next few weeks, and today, as I'm recording this, the 16th of June, there is apparently going to be a more in-depth look at the physics. So depending on what we get out of that, I may well put together a separate video that looks at all the detail around that. But it's interesting what's happening with Forza. And speaking of Forza and Horizon, the very accessible version of it, we've got some news around this. Now, the first one is that the new Forza Horizon Hot Wheels expansion arrives on July the 19th. Now, we had a Hot Wheels DLC for Forza Horizon 3. I didn't actually ever play Forza Horizon 3, but we had one for that. But this is adding an awful lot of stuff in there. 125 miles of new roads, new biomes, Hot Wheels tracks, loads of stuff in there, snow, lava, all sorts of mad stuff, and it's basically in its own festival event. So This isn't a little bolt-on, this is a big one. And Event Lab's also going to get updated with Hot Wheels Creation Kit. 80 track and stunt pieces will go in there to allow people to build tracks to their heart's content. And I will link to the video, the launch video, and news article from GT Planet on that, because it looks like it's going to be quite good fun. And we are going to get, I think, around about 8 or so cars coming with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, no, 10, my bad. 4 of which are life-size variants of popular Hot Wheels cars, and a load of other cars as well. Again, linky down below to take a look at that. Moving on to Art of Rally, and we've had a little tweak for Art of Rally. So it's a small update of fixes and improvements, and as they gear up towards the Indonesia launch, so if you may remember from recent weeks, it's a new track coming, which is Indonesia, or rather not new track, new location coming to Art of Rally. But there's been some Unity engine improvements, some collision, and a few other bits and pieces, and just general fixes. I'll leave a link down below. I'm not going to go through all of that in all honesty. We've then got some new content coming for Assetto Corsa Competizione, and there's a video for that, and this is coming at the end of June, the very last day of June, so it's just around the corner. And this is the Land of the Free DLC, which is bringing us 3 new tracks. So what we're getting here is Circuit of the Americas, Watkins Glen and Indianapolis. Now, don't expect multiple layouts for these, because with the SRO license you tend to just get what variants of the circuit that they run on. So for example, with Watkins Glen, you're likely to get the full course layout, including the back straight chicane on there. That said, it's good to get new circuits. It'll be interesting to see how much they cost. This 30th of June, by the way, launch date is for PC only. Console is going to follow at some point in the future. For my money, the one I'm looking forward to most here is Watkins Glen. It's a track I absolutely love, really enjoy it. It's got a great flow to it, real old school feel to it, and I'm looking forward to getting to grips with that in Assetto Corsa Competizione. We've then had an absolutely huge update for BeamNG, taking BeamNG to version 0.25. That's right, quite madly, BeamNG isn't even at version 1 yet, which is mind-boggling considering how long it's been around, but this is very, very, very big. So we've got a return of the garage mode, a stack load of gameplay improvements, a new vehicle, the Civetta Scintilla. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I don't care, because it's a made-up car. All new racing dashboard, digital dashboard. As I say, the garage mode is back. More missions have been added into it. The traffic system's been redone. Again, I'll leave a link to this down below. Loads of stuff has come to BeamNG. BeamNG's a great title, one I don't spend enough time with. It is one of those titles that it's not always the most user-friendly from a user interface point of view, but it is entertaining, even if it does absolutely murder your PC to run it. You really are not going to get anywhere with a potato on this, and even mid-level machines such as mine will struggle a bit at times with it, which is a shame because it is such a damn good title. It is an incentive for me to save and update my PC at some point in the future. And then rounding things off news-wise, we have Reddit 2. It is finally the launch day for Reddit 2 on PC. Unfortunately, if you are a Switch user, they have delayed the launch date for Switch a little bit. I can't remember exactly when it's coming out. Hopefully it's not too big a delay, but it is coming out on PC today. It hasn't dropped as I'm recording this, so I can't tell you the price of it at the moment, but it will be one that I will be doing a first look at. It is the most arcadey of arcadey titles because it is basically PC's homage to Wipeout, or one of the PC's homages to Wipeout. So I'll be interested to look at this, see what it's like. It's one I'm definitely going to pick up, so please do expect a first look and a full review of this one coming at some point in the future. Meanwhile, content you've been watching while I've been wittering on is back with Assetto Corsa mods, and this is kind of a revisit to two that have had some updates very recently. They're both on Race Department, and I'll leave links down to it below. But the first one is the track is Pacific Union Island, which is a great track. It's recently had a traffic update come to it, and it's just as a free roam location within Assetto Corsa, it's up there with the best. It is a really good one. And then car wise, we've got a little dinky Peugeot Rally, and this has had an update, and this just highlights how good, when people put work into it, car mods can be within Assetto Corsa, because this is a little front wheel drive classic. It doesn't have much power, but it's really good fun to drive, bag loads of lift off oversteer on it, and great fun. If you haven't picked these two up on Assetto Corsa yet, now that they've had these updates, I strongly recommend you do give them a go, because both of them are absolutely great. So that's this week's sim racing news roundup. Hopefully you found this useful. If you have, please do hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when new content gets uploaded. Thanks very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.